Let's dive into the magic of self-coaching. How can you coach yourself so you're not dependent on an external coach? Now, don't get me wrong, it's wonderful to work with a coach. You can have so many key insights on your own patterns, the way you function, that can help you to create a transformation in your life. However, you can also learn to use some key frameworks and tools that can help you to coach yourself, especially if you're feeling stuck or at a plateau and you want to go to the next level. The very first place I'd like to begin is with a tool that is designed by Giovanni Dinsman, the author of Mindful Self-Discipline. More than a tool, it's really a framework. If you look at your life right now, you can either lead a conditioned life where your past is repeating itself, so you're just repeating old patterns from the past, or you can lead a designed life. And this is where you choose conscientiously to have new habits, new practices, new things in place to lead the life that you want to lead. Right now, at your given position, you can either choose to have a conditioned life, where you're just on autopilot, repeating old patterns over and over again, or having a designed life where your aspiration, your own awareness, your values, what matters to you, your passion, what drives you, that leads the life that you would like to have. If you want to have a designed life, you need to have awareness and clarity on your core values, on your vision, on your mission, on your purpose, because all of this will drive this designed life that you're looking for. To gain this clarity, you can begin by using one tool called the Wheel of Life. This essentially means looking at 9 key areas in your life, and this can be business, career, finances, purpose, relationship with your friends, relationship with your partner, family, maybe fun, recreation, personal growth, and health. And you rate all of these areas on a scale from 0 to 10, how satisfied you are with them right now. And this is a subjective feeling, it's not objective, just subjectively, how satisfied do you feel with your current state of friendship, socializing, hobbies, health. And this helps you to have an illustration of your life on a wheel framework and to see which areas can you work on a bit more to feel more satisfied, feel more joyful, and which areas you're already doing really well in. I remember the first time I did this exercise, I was working at sea on the boats, and I felt something's not quite right. I didn't feel aligned or fulfilled, but I didn't know why. And I did this Wheel of Life exercise, and I realized that things like my hobbies, my health, my friendships, all I rated quite low. And then I understood that my life at sea was impacting all these different areas. And that made me understand why I wasn't feeling aligned in my life. So it's a very simple framework, but it can help you to have this epiphany and awareness when you see how certain areas are maybe a bit low and you're not quite satisfied. The other way I like to look at it is that really in life, there's generally 3 core areas. There's your work, your relationships, and your health. And you can include in your health mental health, which would include hobbies, creativity. You can include spirituality, physical health. All of this is overall how you feel, how your body feels, how your mind is, if you're connected and present. And then your relationships is with everyone from coworkers to your family, your peers, social life, romantic partner, etc. And then your work. And that's when there's maybe your purpose, your mission, your finance. So when I think of it as the 3 core areas, it really helps me to understand, okay, overall, how am I in each of these 3 categories? And it's a really fast way to evaluate if one area is a bit low and what actions you can put in place for that area to improve. So this is the first tool, the Wheel of Life. And this one is really an overview, a sort of more broad perspective on your life right now. So something you can use on a weekly or monthly basis to check in with yourself. Once you're clear on the different areas from the Wheel of Life, Then you can start to explore a little more in depth what is happening for each category and how you can create that transformation in your life through different tools of self-coaching. For this, I like to use the formula C cube plus P cube equals F cube. This is a formula I put together, very simple, to explain what elements you need to take into account to feel fulfilled. The F cube stands for financial success, freedom, and fulfillment. So what do we need to get there? C cube, the first C is clarity. If you're not clear on the results that you want to get, it's very hard for you to take any steps forward. Often we're in a state of confusion, and when we're feeling confused, we just do a bunch of things to distract ourselves instead of taking aligned action. Because we're feeling unclear and confused, then we get a bit drained, and this means that we tend to stagnate. What's really important at those moments is to pause, self-reflect, take some time out so that you can gain that clarity. From the place of clarity, this leads to the second C, which is courage. Once you're clear on what you need to do to create any sort of transformation, change, progress in your life or in your business, you need the courage to make that happen. All growth is always a leap in the dark. When you have the courage to take actions, you don't know what the outcome will be, so it's always a challenge. And once you do this regularly, you get used to being out of your comfort zone on a regular basis. So that's the second C, courage. And the third C is commitment. Once you're clear on what you want, you have the courage to take those actions, then you need to fully commit to do this regularly and to continuously make that progress. So those were the three C's, the C cube. And that is the mindset part. That's the sort of mindset you need to have, being clear, having the courage to take these bold actions. Courage starts in the mind before it becomes a reality, and committing to creating these results in your life. And the three P's or P cubes, the first one is proactivity. And for this, we need to switch from thinking on an action basis to a result or outcome basis. When you're always focusing on the actions and how busy you are, you're just focusing on movement, but movement isn't momentum. Movement, motion, doing stuff doesn't mean you're getting the results or going anywhere with it. It's way more effective to look at what are the results and outcomes that you're getting, and then think, okay, what action or lack of action are you taking to get to those results? Very simply, you can look at, if you think of the actions that you're taking, analyze, do an action audit and analyze what results are coming out of this. And if these are results that you're satisfied with, repeat the actions. If you're not satisfied with the results and the outcome, change your approach, do something new, innovate, and then from there, take new actions, which will lead to new results. It's like a constant experimental ground. So that's the first step, proactivity. And then there's two core P's, Pareto and Parkinson, and both of these can help you to optimize the actions that you're taking. Pareto stands that 80% of the results come from 20% of the actions. When you look at the results that you're getting in your life, they are due to 20% of the actions you're taking. And this is the case in your work, in your health, in your relationships. Your job as a detective is to find those 20% that make 80% of the difference and to really hone in on them. For this, as you do your action audit and check all the different things in your life, you can then see, okay, out of all these actions, which ones, if I'd skipped, wouldn't have had that much of an impact? And which ones were the ones that really helped in terms of effectivity or efficiency at work, or in terms of boosting your health, or mental health, or fitness, or energy, and then you just do more of them. This is one of the reasons I love cold showers. Very small amount of time or effort, high reward. Most people focus on the action. Oh, it's unpleasant, I don't want to do it, instead of focusing on the result. High energy, focus, motivated, greater resilience. If you start to think results focus, then you start to see which actions align with that, and it makes it easier. This doesn't mean that you need to do everything from an extrinsic perspective. You can still have intrinsic motivation and enjoy it. I still love my cold showers. It's a matter of where the extrinsic and the intrinsic meet. So the extrinsic goal, motivation, meets with the intrinsic action that you're taking. So the Pareto 80-20, analyzing the 20% that makes 80% of the results, and Parkinson law that says that the work fills the allotted time slot. This means that if you give yourself 3 days to finish a project, you will finish it within 3 days. This is why deadlines are so effective. But you can use this in your own work, in your day-to-day, to help yourself to put yourself under that extra bit of pressure so that you finish things in a shorter amount of time. There is a caveat here where obviously you don't want the quality to diminish too much. So if it is quite an extensive project, you obviously can't do it in 10 minutes. So we need to have some form of realism, but it really helps to stop all that overly perfectionism or procrastination and all those vicious cycles. We just want the best we can within that time frame, and that helps you to be more effective in the way you work. So let's come back to that formula I initially said. C cube plus P cube equals F cube. C cube, clarity first, courage and commitment. That's the mindset part, plus P cube is the action part. Proactivity, Pareto, Parkinson, equals F cube. Freedom, financial success, and fulfillment. If you keep this in mind when you're doing self-coaching and you use the wheel of life, this will help you to have an overview of the different areas of your life and then to hone in on how you can apply the mindset of the clarity, courage, commitment, and the actions, looking in terms of being proactive, owning the results that you do, Pareto and Parkinson being effective in the way you deliver these actions. And if you're not sure how to go further with this is where it's extremely useful to journal. So write down, what am I lacking clarity on? Where am I feeling a bit stuck? Clarity bit. If I were to be courageous and take a bold move in the right action, what would that be? Courage. How can I make sure I commit and I'm accountable for the following steps? Commitment. Those are 3 mindset C's. Proactivity. What are the results I'm looking for and not just focusing on the actions? And analyzing, action audit. Which of these make the biggest difference? Pareto. What time frame can I give myself to make these actions happen? Parkinson. And then you apply both of these, and this leads to the outcomes and the sort of life, designed life that you want to live. So through journaling and writing these things down and doing a bit of that self-exploration, it can really help you to create a change, transformation, progress in your life and in your business. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I'd love to hear in your comments, what was your key takeaway and how are you going to apply this in your life? And if you're not yet subscribed either to your YouTube channel or to the podcast, love to have you follow this journey, and it would be a real pleasure to support you further in your own growth and in your own journey of success and fulfillment.